My name is Scott. I'm a professor in a college in Northeast Ohio in the United States. And part of my research and teaching interest is mythology, which had led me to an interest in shamanism, at least as an academic study. And the more I studied it, the more I became curious about it. And in 2003, I came across a book that led me to ayahuasca, and not knowing any better, I brewed some in my kitchen, took it, and changed my life. I consider that my call to this experience, but that was a long time back, over a dozen years ago now. And I came down here for a variety of reasons. I wanted the initiation into the healer's life. I wanted to see what it would be like from the inside out, both for a book I am planning to write as well as for my own personal growth. And this experience has been perhaps the hardest and most rewarding thing I've ever done in my life. I came down here plagued with a lot of self-doubt, a lot of negativity about my future. At 56 years old, I felt that I was pretty much coming to the end of the string instead of having new adventures. And as a result, carried around a lot of things in my head that limited my sense of what my possibilities are. In the last 6 weeks, all of that's disappeared. At least initially. I'll have to work on it when I get back home and make it more real. But I came down here to learn, to gather data from my book, to become a healer. And all of that's happened. But there was a lot of other work, things I couldn't have expected or foreseen. The amount of psychic and psychological depth that ayahuasca took me on in the last 6 weeks has been remarkable. I probably got 40 years of psychotherapy in the last 6 weeks, and it's going to be quite a while before I process and integrate it all, but it's there now. And in the meantime, I met some fabulous people. I had some fun experiences. We laughed a lot. We held each other's hands when things were hard. We had formed lifelong friendships here in the jungle. And my take on this is, if your motive is to come down here to learn how to be a healer, this is perhaps the most rewarding possible way to do it. You'll get the real deal from a shaman who knows how to train the traditional way. You will learn all the medicines personally. You'll take them and find out what they're like and see what they can do for you. And you'll have that knowledge under your belt. I probably wouldn't suggest it for someone who's thinking about they just want to self-actualize. That can happen here, but the training itself is oriented toward becoming a curandero, a healer, and as such, there's not a lot of apparatus to help people who are working through hard things, and yet my remarkable group did that for each other instinctively and beautifully. People went through some hard things that they hadn't faced in their lives, and suddenly it came up for them, and suddenly people were there to put their arm around them. We talked it out loud. I personally am a little reticent about sharing personal details, and yet I found myself saying the most personal things I could imagine to this group because I trusted them. We earned that from each other right away. It's been an amazing thing, and I can't wait to come back and work with additional plants when I get the opportunity to put together the funding for it. This has been a remarkable thing, and I definitely suggest it for anybody who's a sincere seeker. I found the staff that we worked with here remarkable people, all of them. Tireless effort on our behalf to support this endeavor we're under. The cook staff, the people who took time out from the kitchen to run down and wash our clothes by hand and hang them on the line in between rainstorms, made it possible just for us to function. We were so busy in class and learning other things and understanding the medicines from the inside out that we really couldn't take care of ourselves like that. And yet every day, 3 squares, that supported our diet so that we could continue to do our work. Don Miguel and Don Enrique, our maestro, are extraordinary human beings. And Don Enrique there aren't words to describe how powerful of a shaman he is and how much he can see into things. All of us were surprised when Don Enrique would say something about something we'd seen in vision that we thought only we knew about that he'd seen as well, or details about our personal life or our relationships that we'd kept to ourselves that he knew about and was helping us understand that he'd been praying for and seeing in vision, helping us straighten out. His brother Don Miguel is he is relentlessly cheerful. He's got 1,000 things to show people. If you ask him questions, he will show you how. I know everything from brewing ayahuasca yourself to how plants work, to how to harvest them and make your own brews and medicines. Every morning it's a big smile and, you know, hello and how are you. He lives here, you know, year round, and it's just a delight. His family is, I'd have to say, I was struck by the Shipibo people in general, how much they love each other as family, how much cheer there is all the time. They don't have all the Western advantages we do in the States, and I can't imagine they would miss them or even want them. What they have instead is love and purpose, and a close relationship to the forest in which they're living, which is for them both hospital and filled with friends that they communicate with regularly, who facilitate their lives. And it felt like we were welcomed into a family when we got here. The assistant staff, Greg and Dean particularly, they were our go-to guys for everything. They led the classes, they orchestrated things, they got us up when we had to get up early, they you know, held our hands when things got hard, they laughed with us when we were laughing. I find myself certain that I will miss them as I leave here, and that I definitely want to keep in touch with them, as I do with everybody in our group. As I said, these relationships are lifelong for me. I care about these people very much. In some ways they are chosen family rather than blood family to me. In fact, in all ways they are. And I very much look forward to keeping in touch with them and seeing what they're doing as they continue to do the work here and do other things in their lives. It's been just a fabulous, fabulous thing. I can't imagine having been a more professional or able group of people to work with, to help those of us, me particularly, who came here with very little, but a smattering of book knowledge, and work me through all the processes to get to where I am now, which is a strong and confident person, looking very much forward to the next half of my life and all the opportunities that I'm certain are just around the corner. If a friend of mine were to ask, should they try this experience too, I would, of course, ask them some questions about their motives, but in general, I would enthusiastically endorse the experience. If what they're interested in is becoming a shaman, or to see what that's like at least, I think that if they came here, they couldn't be in a better environment for that. As I said, with the staff here, with the maestro that we work with everything we need right to hand in the forest around us, this is a remarkable opportunity to really learn what it is to be a shaman, what it takes. It takes strength, it takes discipline, it takes focus, it takes learning to believe in yourself. All of that's supported here in very gentle and remarkable ways. Yes, any friend that would ask me if they'd like to come here, I would say this opportunity, this particular opportunity, there are other possibilities. I can't imagine a better one, and I have heard of many that are not so much better. So I would definitely recommend this program through the Ayahuasca Foundation. I love this place and love the people here, and I am certain I will find my way back here again someday to continue dieting, to continue working with Don Enrique, to learn more. There's always more to learn, and I'm just getting started.